Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Maya, and today I'm going to be walking you through my Depop storage unit. I have a 10 by 10, and of course, the day that I decide to do a storage unit tour or recording, there is construction happening outside of the storage unit. So bear with me with the noise. I'm going to try to fix everything in editing, but we might even just have to get a little bit closer and talk a little bit louder. So I have a 10 by 10 storage unit. I'm going to show you how I organize everything, how I manage all of my 500 listings. I just came up with like a new inventory system, so we're going to be going through that as well, and I'm slowly phasing out my old inventory system and phasing in my new one. So that's why when I show you my new system, it's going to look a little sparse and bare, but it's going to be collecting more inventory over time. I just haven't gone thrifting in a little minute. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Also, everything that I mentioned will be linked down below, so if you are looking to get a storage unit, organize your inventory, then everything will be linked down below. I also have a inventory and sales spreadsheet that I created and will also be linked down below. It is on sale for $10. Definitely check that out too if you have been looking for a way to manage your listings and your cost of goods and your profit margins and all of the above. So let's get into the storage unit. Okay, I'm gonna try and run through this really fast because it is very hot today. So this side, these two boxes right here are actually my sister's because she does actually run her own Depop store too when she's back for the summers because she does go out of state for college. So I just let her keep her a few boxes right here on the corner. This is a clothing rack that I had when I first started my Depop shop. Oh, there goes the noise. This is a clothing rack that I had when I first started my Depop shop. It was, I think, about $20 on Amazon, and I didn't want to get rid of it because I mean, it's another way to store clothes. So I pretty much just store anything that's like bulky, chunky, things like that. During the winter time, I am going to be moving all of my jackets that are sitting in my guest bedroom closet over here. I just haven't really, all of the things that I thrift for winter, I wait to post until closer to the winter time so they can be a little bit more relevant to the season that everyone is experiencing. So all of the winter stuff and jackets will be over here, and then these will all be put into my inventory bag and then put on the shelf. But these are also just some totes because my past inventory system, I would get these plastic tote bins, and then I would just put like a number on it, label the bin, and then everything that was like that category would go into it. And then I would just label what bin it is. But the issue with that is that I mean, you can tell, have got so many bins, and I quickly outgrew it. I found out that it wasn't really like space efficient, and I'm like trying to like crouch because my tripod's kind of short. It wasn't really space efficient, and I was outgrowing like the space of my storage unit, and I didn't want to get another one because this one fit in my budget perfectly, and the next size up is a little bit too expensive for me. And I also got my storage unit outside because it was cheaper, and I'm slowly regretting that because I do live in Texas and it is so hot right now. Like, I'm literally on fire, so that's why I'm like trying to do like a speed round of this video. But yeah, so I quickly outgrew the bin method, so that's when I moved to the inventory system that I'm going to show you next. So let's get into this section of the storage unit. Okay, thankfully we are out of the sun. I don't know how the lighting looks. Sound is also going to be a little bit of an issue because of the construction, and I did not bring my headphones, so that's going to be lovely. But over here I have boxes. So before I started selling on Poshmark, when I was just selling on Depop, I had to get my own boxes because unfortunately Depop does not provide you with boxes. So I would just buy a packet of boxes off Amazon, and I would just put my branding on them, the vintage edit, add my sticker on it. And these were a pretty good size for shoes and stuff. Whenever I got them from Amazon and they got delivered, I would just like pre-make them all because they came flattened. So these are all just the extra boxes I have from that. This right here, so these stools I actually thrifted. I think these were $2.50 each, but me and my sister will come do work in the storage unit, like whether that be inventory, packaging up orders, etc. So I have two stools. And then guys, if you have a storage unit, and especially if your storage unit is outside, I definitely recommend getting one of these things. These are like these are power banks. I could not get into the nitty gritty with you of what this does, how it works, all of that. All I know is that this allows me, well, I don't have the battery with me, but when I bring the battery, it allows me to plug in my fan to this outlet and have power and have my fan going, which is so essential when I'm going to be here for a long time and it's hot outside. Like I said, I will link everything down below, but I think especially if you don't have a outlet around or near or in your storage unit, getting one of these is going to be a life changer. So definitely recommend. So this bin right here was my old shoe storage method, and I guess I was storing sweaters and dresses, and as my inventory grew, I was going through like different organization methods fairly fast. So this is now where I keep all of my shoes. Well, not all of my shoes, but a good amount, because I don't like to get rid of storage stuff if I can find like a new purpose for it, because I don't just want to, like, you know, waste money like that. But also over here is where I keep like all accessories, purses. So I got this purse rack actually for myself in my apartment, and then I was like, wait, when I got my storage unit, I was like, this would be so helpful for all of my bags, purses, and everything. So we'll just sneak in here real quick and I'll show you basically what that looks like. But it's just a really good method to hold all of my bags and accessories. Over here is where I keep all of my boxes, and then I actually have some in this corner as well. So after I became a top seller on Depop, I started cross-list posting my listings on Mercari and Poshmark, and Poshmark has free boxes that they ship to their sellers, which is amazing. You just have to request them. So I was able to get free shipping boxes. But I definitely recommend that once you like get good on one platform to cross list, because there are definitely benefits to other platforms. Even though that Depop doesn't have any selling fees and the other ones do, there are benefits like getting free boxes and then just like getting your exposure boosted. But this is where I keep all of my like poly mailers, tissue paper for when I put ship in boxes. Pretty much everything that is like shipping supplies goes in here. I have so much shipping supplies. I keep all of my hats and everything on this little rack, and then I just have some boots. And then this is another shoe organizer thing that I thrifted as well. So this is just another way that I store all of my shoes. I saw that people do store their shoes in bins, but I feel like this is just more convenient because I can just see everything, and it just works so much better for me.
All this time I've been holding on so tight, 'cause all that I do was easy to use. So call my time, but you weren't really mine, just something to do. Thought I never knew. No surprise, but nevertheless, I'm still stuck in self-defense. No surprise.
So now let's get into my new storage organization system. So this is a shelf that I got off Amazon. I believe it was like $50. And then these are boxes I got off Amazon, and my inventory is so high right now. I need to get like a step stool, but basically the new system is everything goes in one of these plastic poly mailer bags and is assigned an inventory number. And then on the box is what, like, how many numbers are in this like box. So this one, for example, is 1 to 15 in inventory numbers, and that's pretty much how my inventory system is going to go from now on. So I have 1 through 49 up here, so I have so much space for so much more inventory, but this is just going to be one, so easy to find my inventory instead of having to go through many different boxes and dig through them, because now I could just, all the numbers are lined up, I could just pull out the one that I need. And then two, it's just very convenient to store lots of inventory rather than like these big clunky boxes that I have to stack on top of each other that kind of just takes up space. So this was very cost efficient. I was waiting to do this because I was putting money aside from all my sales to be able to like purchase these things, because I got a pack of 24 boxes, and I think it was about $40, and then the cart itself was like I said, 50 or something. And then the poly mailer bags, the clear ones, I believe were like 15. And then the inventory labels, because I bought a roll of labels, I believe they were like $7. So it was a very affordable way, but I did have to put money aside for it. So this is the new inventory system. I'm so excited. I am going thrifting today too, to kind of restock my inventory, because for the past like few weeks, my main priority was reorganizing all of my inventory rather than like getting more inventory. So now we can get more inventory now. And this is a great shelf because I think it has 5 levels. So it's going to be really clutch when I have more inventory, and I can just fit so much on it. So I love it. Now, you probably have seen this carpet and are like, why do you have a carpet outside in your storage unit? I just like to have a carpet because the floor was kind of like dirty when we got the storage unit, and I feel like the carpet is just nice, especially if I want to sit on the ground and like package up some orders or something like that. So the carpet was actually my sister's old one from her bedroom, so we just used it in here now. And then over here we have some more shoes. I love thrifting shoes at the Goodwill bins. So I have just like a plethora of shoes. So we needed a lot of shoe storage. But again, both of these things are thrifted. I think I spent a total of $15 on both of them, which is really great. And I'm just able to see all of my shoes. I can see where everything is, and it's easy for me to just grab them and then package them up without having to like dig through a plastic bin. And then these are just like a few more of those bins from my old inventory system. And then over here we have a table that I thrifted as well. I think it was $5, but it's also just nice to have like a flat surface to package up orders, and then always having a trash can because whenever you're packaging up orders, there's always trash. And then over here, I actually have my like freebies, my little goodie bags that I make for all of my orders with my little branding on it. These are my stickers that I go on my boxes and my packages. Some more stickers, and then these are all my like business cards in little mini envelopes. So all of that is over here in one spot and organized. And then here my sister holds all of her accessories and bags and stuff. She doesn't have as many listings as I do, so she doesn't need that much space, which is great. So we make do with what we have. I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, this is a great storage unit, but I think in the wintertime, I'm going to be upgrading to an inside one because while this is great, I think just reasonably and more efficiently, it would be better to have an inside storage unit. And my mom actually currently does have one of the inside ones, so I was able to see what like the inside ones look like, how it is. And I believe there are actually outlets on the walls on the outsides of the storage unit, so that would be really helpful, especially if I have like an extension cord to be able to like charge, use my fan, you know, all of the above. So I think in come winter time, we are going to be doing a move into the inside. So definitely keep an eye out for that video. Fingers crossed, hope that it happens because this summer in Texas is not like, and the sun is like directly, like it always is hitting inside my storage unit. And it's just really unbearable to work in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you a pan of what it looks like on the outside real quick. So it's definitely a good amount of space. It's what works for me. I think a 10 by 10 is, especially for me, I think I have 500 plus listings, is a great place to start. I didn't want to go too small and then quickly outgrow it. So I think 10 by 10 was a great place to start. I'm able to add all of my listings in here and all of my inventory. So that is all I have for you guys in today's video. Definitely let me know what other videos you guys would like to see, anything that's helpful or just, you know, day in the life, what I do essentially. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and I will go ahead and put that on my to-do list, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you found anything helpful in today's video, and yeah, that's all I got for you. So bye.